Hey everybody, it's Willow. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to My Beautiful Bead Journey. I'm excited to be here with you actually. Uh, I have a gift to make. And so the person that I'm making this gift for is kind of like got that boho flair. Um, she does her own thing and she expresses it in her jewelry and in her style of dress. She's just fabulous. She lives out loud, and yeah, she's just totally awesome. Just good vibing all the time. So with that, I thought I wanted to make her a bracelet as her gift, uh, and I wanted it to celebrate her. So I noticed that with the boho style, it can be all kinds of different elements, from natural curios like wood and stone to beads and clay, can be glass or wood, metals, all kinds. They can be loud or small, or big and chunky. So with that being said, I decided to pull out some radical bead mixes. And I have quite a few, but this one is not showing me what I'm wanting to see. But I think I might have a choice between these two. I think I'm wanting to work something here with those two. So let me take this off, and then I wanted to show you something. So I'm going to scoot this forward. And as I said, I thought of using the little clear ones as my spacers, and maybe some silver round, the ones I said it looked like sprockets maybe. But this is an embroidery kit. But as much as I used to embroider, I don't anymore, so this has been repurposed. And the reason why it's been repurposed is because I'm making this gift in the boho flare, and the boho flare has a lot of, you ready? Pom-poms. So I will be making a pom-pom today to go with this bracelet. Now, the reason why I can't do that right now is because I don't know what the main color of this bracelet's going to be. Therefore, I don't know yeah, I am not sure which color I'm going to choose. So with that being said, the first thing I want to do is I am looking for, here it is, ta-da, my wire. So I do want to use my wire. And let me clip this. I got out all my tools over here, even though I don't think you can see them. I am so excited to be here and doing this with you today. I really am. Uh, this channel is all about taking things and old things and making them beautiful, and mindfulness healing through beading, documenting that process, that beautiful journey. Healing is a beautiful journey. And to me, beads, scattered beads, like these radical mixes, they come together to create something so unique and so beautiful, and oftentimes one of a kind, just like each one of us. And therefore, that is where the name of my channel came from, because that's truly what it is for me, is a beautiful bead journey. A bead journey to healing and discovering myself again. So, here's what we have. We have these ones. And I am going, I'm going to regret this. There's so many of them. But here we go. Now I want to pick some unique. Ooh, look at that one. I said unique. That's unique. Oh, am I going for chunky? And this blue one, this beautiful blue one. I'll have to hold these up individually for you to see what I'm choosing here. And I see, oh my goodness, goodness, goodness. You know what? I see something happening here. So since it doesn't matter, we're just going to pour. If they fall off, We'll clean them up. So we have this one and this one. I like this. Then we have this blue one. But then looking in here, look at this blue crackle. Ooh, that's so pretty. And I see so many blues. I could just, I'm telling you, you can look at this one. See that? I like that one as well. That's going to get incorporated. And then look at the, ooh, which one? Which one? I can't use both. I think this one. Oh, that looks too much like the blue, so I'm going to go with the green. Let's see. How about an orange one that's kind of funky. Kind of funky, but I like it. What else do we have in here? I don't want black. No, no, no. So let's see what else. Watch me spill beads all over. Look at this beautiful pink lamp work. We are definitely going to include that. Here's a great big pink one, but I'm not putting that on a bracelet. How about a white? That white brings it down a little bit. I like that one too. And then here's like a red one. Can also help bring it down. So I think we've got what we're going to go for. On the ends, I think I might like to add these two, or at least this green one. I think I need to find another little one about this size. How about another white one? I like this. This is going to work. So, ooh, that is awful big. And that's going to be hanging right in the center. You hear our birds are back singing. You don't hear the chimes hardly anymore. I think I might have to readjust the chimes, I think. So then, okay, let's see how we're going to do this. I like that. I like that. I'm going to put that pink one and that blue one over here. Don't know if all these will be played out, but I don't know about this one. Since we've got this red one, I like that green one, but I have a green, but also have two blues, so why can't I use that green? There. Or even this green. Ooh, yeah, that green. So what if I change that to that? Okay. Now I wanted to put something in between them, so I may not be using these, and I may only be using these. So we're just going to have to see, because we have chosen some really big beads for her gift, but I know her, and I just wonder about that one. I'll try that one instead. Maybe move this one over here, this blue, this pink, and then this pink here. I think that's going to get more of a flow. I do think that one was a little bit too heavy, maybe. Maybe. Ooh, look at that one. That one is absolutely gorgeous. So why don't we move that one and put that one there? Definitely going to use this one. I'm wondering about that one. So what if I move that out and I put that red? This might be more doable. So I am going to put this together and see what we come up with. I think so. And I do want to use these ipsy birds are back, the itty birds, the ones I call the uh-oh birds, because it always sounds like they're screaming, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay. So we're going to put one of those on, and I did like this little green one. I just thought it was fantastic. Then I do want to try this one. Now, the reason why I have not closed off that end, yeah, that'll still work, is because I'm not sure. This is going to be the center point, but I'm not sure if I need to take some off of each end. That's the reason why I haven't done it. And I think these clear sparkles just give it enough of a sparkly and shine. So that's the reason why I'm using them. Love this one. Look at that lamp work. so beautiful, so elegant. And then we got this one, which is like a big crackle. Absolutely gorgeous it is. But that's the biggest one I want on there. I think the other ones were just made a little bit too big, if you understand what I'm saying. Too heavy. Although I have to say, once in a while, I like a good heavy bracelet. I don't think I want to wear it all day, and definitely not every day. Once in a while, I do though. I just like a good hefty bracelet. So I'm adding on these clear ones, as you can see, the little clear ones. Let me hold this up. So here's what we have. We have the little, they're clear, but they've got a shiny uh, type of a treatment to them. And then you can see where we've added on the chunky beads. Now this does have a little bit of weight, so this is going to be a chunky bracelet. It's going to be hefty, but I think it's going to be beautiful. And I do want this blue one, absolutely. But I'm wondering if that green one might not be a little bit too much. So what if I just ended here? I don't even need to put another one on. Let me see what we got. Putting that one in the big one. No, we still do have room. We're not even at, this one goes over to 3.5, but this one stops at 2.5. So we can put this one on and finish it with one more clear. And I think that will be it. We didn't get to use this beautiful green one, but I think we'll come back to using it another time. So now we're going to run this through here. And there we go. Now what do we have? We come to 3 to 3.5, but I think that's good because 3 is 6 and 3.5 makes it 6.5. And then when we put on, that's going to be a 7-inch bracelet. But look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Definitely, ooh, I'm going to have a time trying to choose which, yeah. Let's get the rest of our hardware together. So, you ever have your mind just to go blank on what you need? I'm not even seeing it here now. Yeah, I do. Here it is. So remember, always make sure your lid is up top, because if you don't, they'll spill everywhere. And then you got to pick them all up. And I don't want to pick all those up. So let me get 2 of these. And then I'm going to need some jumpers. And I think I want to, first, I need 2 of the crimp covers, which I call clams. Is that 2? Are those stuck together? There we go. That's all I need out of this one. And then I go to the jumpers. I think I went, whoa, wrong side. I think I'm going to use these, this size here. I think I might need 3 because I've got to add on that pom-pom that we're going to make. But I think for the pom-pom, I am going to need a bigger size. So I think I'm going to come down here and I'm going to choose this one. And I think that might be like a 7. So we're going to choose a 7 for the pom-pom. And now I've got to find what, here. I think I just want, let me think a minute. Well, now, I think I want to do that for her. I think I'm going to use a toggle, and the toggle I'm going to use is a heart. So I think that's the one I'm going to use on her bracelet. Loud! So we've done that. Now let's put this bracelet together. So the first thing I need to do is I need to put on the clam or the crimp cover. So I'm going to slide that on first. I did gently open it up more so it'll be easier for me to get the tools down in there. Then I am going to take a crimp. I'm going to slide it on, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around my finger and take it back up through there. and then I'm going to pull it tight. Now, a lot of people will go and use the crimpers, the crimp pliers, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take this and seal that off nice and tight. And the reason why I do it that way is because I took that around and I'm going to be using a crimp cover. So now I'm going to take this and clip off that right there. I'm going to pull up my clam right over that and make sure it seats nice. Close it down. This is where I will take my, give me a second, I got a lot of tools that are all the same color. There they are. So I use these ones here. Yes, these are for crimping, but I like them because look, see how they fit right over that crimp, and I can pull that down and look, perfect. Perfect each and every time. Nice and secure. That's why I do it. Now I'm going to take one of these. Where is the ring? Let me get my right pliers. These will do just fine. The bent nose are fine. Then I'm going to open that. Going to slide that through there, and I'm going to add the heart part of the toggle clasp, and then I'm going to close it. Make sure, give a little nip, make sure it's closed all the way, back and forth. There we go, and that should do it. That's perfect. Now let's go to the other end and repeat. So here we're going to take our clam and we're going to open it and slide it on. Beautiful. And then we're going to take, now this is the tricky part for me on this one. And this is the reason why I literally have no nails. But that's okay because I work with my nails in so many things. I work with my hands in so many things that I cannot keep nails. And I'm not going to wear nails. I tried that. It don't work for me. I'm not doing it. So I'm going to take this up through here again, from the back to the front, just like that. Did it get twisted or something? I think it got twisted. So I'm going to take that out. I don't want to deal with it twisted. So, yeah, let's take that out. So we can, there we go. Now, there we go. Now I'm going to push. See how I push that? I push that crimp all the way down inside that. And you can use pliers here, but I use my thumbnail. And then I gently pull this tight. And that's what I get. Then I go in and crimp it shut like that. And then I go in sideways. From the side, grab a hold of it, and I just squeeze it. And it is done. Now I come back in with my flush cutters and cut it right there, flush. Okay, now I like to turn my crimp a certain way. Perfect. Now I'm going to close that up over there. It's not wanting to turn. There we go. Now start to close. There we go. I'm going to come back in with these and crimp that shut. Beautiful. You see that? I don't know how well you can see it, but look how beautiful that closed. Now let's take another one of the jumper rings and let's open it. Oops, holding it too far in. There we go. I do have a fan on out here. I am in Florida. And even though it has dropped down into the 80s because of some activity off on the eastern side of Florida, we still have humidity. And so yeah, I have a little bit of fan on. I have a fan on low. I hope you can't hear it, but if you do, please just look past it. And thank you for that. And so now I'm going to close this. I put on the bar to the crimper. I need to close this all the way. Come on now, all the way. Don't want to go over each other, but I need to put a little bit of pressure there. All right, perfect. And so now here is, let me close this. Look at that. That is so beautiful. You know, that looks like it's very, very tiny, but I bet you it's not. And she has a tiny wrist. This now measures from 0 to end. This measures one, two, 3.5 to over 3.5. So I'm going to say this is a more than a 7-inch bracelet. And especially so if it's going to fit my wrist. See that? Perfect. Look how gorgeous that is. That turned out absolutely beautiful. Because of the bigger beads, it looks smaller, but it absolutely is not. It wears like this, lays like this when you're displaying, but it'll wear like this. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, let's get on to making. I think since this has the blue beads, I did make a dark blue. Let's see. So I did make a dark blue one that would go perfect with this, but I don't know if I want to use this. I think I'm going to go back in and see what other color we may have. I see some orange and pinks and reds. So how about if I pull the greens out? And let's try a green. I do not want a darker green though. Um, what about that green? That is kind of unique. What do you think? You like that green? That could be kind of pretty. But what about this one then? Oh yeah, I like this. I might use this and that blue one. So let me show you how I do this. First, you pick your embroidery thread and then you pull it off. Just to get it started, you will need a good bit. You can always wrap it back up. There. So first, you need to clip you a good piece. And do I have clippers out here? Just a second. I don't think I do, and I want to see. Don't want to do that. Let's try this. Will you clip? You know, this will clip, but I don't think that's going to work. So I'll be right back. I did have clippers. So now we are set to go. And did I pull off a piece? I did. You will need this little piece. So let's set that aside. So here's what I do. Take that off. I take it 2 finger lengths. Little bit of past 2 finger lengths. And I hold it with my thumb. So I got the 2 fingers. I'll show you. I hold it with my thumb and I got it over the 2 fingers and I'm going to wrap it 12 times. One loosely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then when it comes back down, I clip it. Now, I do not rush to go and cut this to try to make it a pom-pom. And I got to put in a jumper ring. So I am going to put back on my ring and I'm going to take my jumper and open it. Just like that. And then I want to take and put all of those threads. Make sure you get all the threads on there. And then close your jumper. But when you close that jumper, you make sure it's really, really secure. Just like that. You don't want no open whatsoever in your jumper ring. just like that. See how that's closed all the way? I hope you can see it. But that's how you want to do it. I'm not even going to bother to clip this yet. Instead, I am going to take this thread. Now, if you already know how to do this knot, that's fine. If you don't, and it's too hard for you to see here, then you can just wrap it around here and tighten a couple of knots, and that works just fine. Otherwise, let me show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go down so far, holding this in my hand, I'm going to wrap it. And I like to wrap it about maybe 3 to 5 times, just like that. Wait a minute, take that back off, I goofed. You do it that way and then you can just tie a knot. But what I'm going to do is hold this down here, and it's going to be difficult for me to show you why I'm doing it, but I'm going to do a loop and I'm going to hold that loop underneath my thumb. So the tail is down here and then I looped it. And now I'm going to take it and wrap it around. Make sure I got the right one. Is it this one? Yes. So I'm going to take this tail and I'm going to pull up my ring, my jumper ring, and I'm going to wrap it around. Now, like I said, if this is too hard for you, you can just wrap it like this and then tie the 2 ends and be done. So I've got that wrap. Now I'm going to take the end up through that loop and pull it up. I'm going to hold on to a jumper ring and pull this in. And as I pull that end, it's going to pull that down into that wrapping and make it tight. So there it is, nice and tight. So now I'm going to clip this excess off right here. And you can, and I'll probably do it later. Let me get that clip. If you got jewelry glue that you know will dry clear, then you can put a little dap right there and that will hold it. Now I'm coming down to here. And of course, I'm going to cut these off. And then I'm going to go in and cut these loops. Just like that. Run it down between your fingers and then clip it wherever it's not even. Be careful that you do not cut yourself. Just like that. And now, one more little snip right there. Now I made the pom-pom. So I'm going to come over here. I'm not going to put it on the end with the bar. That's just going to make it too hard. I'm going to take another. I'm going to open this up and slide this on here. I do not want to bother the loop on the pom-pom. So let's go back to our tools. And let's find where that opens. Get our ring back on. And gently open. Uh-oh. Didn't have too good of a grip, too well of a grip now. Tell me you got stuck in there. There, it's open enough that I can take the loop of this jumper and should be able to slide it in there. You see. There we go. Now it should be able to slide in there. Yep. Just had to see what I was doing. Then I'm going to close that back. Make sure it is secure. Don't need parts coming off. Perfect. And there you go. Now, I have that on there. See how pretty that is with the little tassel? But I think I'm also going to hang a charm with that little tassel. And I have some here. I'm just going to leave the bead mess here. Let's grab this. And let's see what we might have in here. Okay. And I can pour these out here. Okay. Oh, right. We do have some things. See, I want it to kind of like match what's on there. And I don't want to do that little poppy flower. I like to have something a little bit different. Let's see. Oh, that's the one I'm looking at. I think I want to add this one. I think I want to add this one right here with this. So that's where I got out that other jumper, if you remember. So let me go on a fishing expedition to find that jumper ring, if I can. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to take that jumper and open it. Half the fun is clean up the mess, right? So there we have it. I'm going to slide this on there. And I'm just going to slide it right over there. You know what I just noticed? This little red enamel flower has a base of silver. I mean, a base of gold. And everything else on this bracelet is silver. But I'm going to leave it because it looks so cute with that pom-pom. So I'm just leaving it. To me, that wouldn't matter. I know for some it would, but for me it wouldn't because of the style. You know, because of the bohemian style. And how cute is that? I mean, seriously, just how cute is that whole thing? It's too cute. See that? Too cute. So there you have it. There is the little bracelet that we just made. It's adorable with the little pom-pom and the little flower. It is. It's just absolutely adorable. So there you go. That's the bracelet that I made for my friend. This is going to be her. Let's see if I can display this somehow. Um, nope. I want to display. Okay, we'll use this. Nope, bring it. There we go. I like that little heart to show. Oh, it's so cute. There it is, my friends. If you can see it, that is, I'm going to hold it here and here. That's the little bracelet I just made for my friend with the little pom-pom and the little red daisy-like charm to go with it. And this was made out of a radical bead mix. So there you go. If you get a chance, get out and grab you some radical beads, and who knows what you can create. With that being said, thank you for joining me on my beautiful beaded journey. Remember, no matter where you are or what you're going through, please hold on. Tomorrow is a brand new day, and we all get to begin again. Fresh start. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and notify on my channel. It helps others to see it, and it also helps me move up into the rankings. And I appreciate it. Trying to grow it, I am not worried about monetary value. I'm trying to grow it because as much as this has helped me, I'm just hoping it touches and helps others and maybe inspires and motivate others to get started into beading or something mindful to help them heal and begin their own journey. With that being said, stay forever magical, my friends, with much love and gratitude. Blessed be.